Tony, you love fucking bullshit wrestling, pro wrestling, right? You love that fake wrestling.
He likes the drama.
Now think if the drug tester was like the UFC and they're all skinny. Is it as cool? No.
Tony,
Hulk
will
Hogan
you
have a
shut
needle
your
in his ass?
fucking mouth?
I thought this is
Tony, you weigh 6 pounds, and you're talking about a guy who is an immense super athlete.
Is Brock-
probably about 260.
Is Brock Lesnar on steroids?
Of course, they've all done something.
Yeah.
They've all done. Brock Lesnar, first of all, has superior genetics.
He's a
bone
freak.
structure that guy has.
And Bobby Lashley seems to be the opponent that's out there for you. Is that the first fight do you want, or do you want to get some cage time? You know, he's had that advantage over you.
I'd rather come in and get an experience. You know, at least one fight before we went into that fight. To be honest.
What makes you think that you could go in there and defeat Bobby Lashley?
I'd rather not say right now. Keep that to myself. But honestly, no, I'll go ahead and say fuck it. I think Bobby's stand-up is shit. I don't think his ground game's going to be nearly as good as mine as working with Caesar. Basically that.
I don't know how serious he is about it, but if he wants to fight me, I'll fight him.
Do you feel as though he's sort of calling you out here?
I think so. I don't think any other fight makes sense for him right now. If he wants to get into it and he wants to have a big fight, let's fight me.
I just recently spoke to Paul Heyman. Of course, you remember Paul very well. He did not seem all that optimistic about what Dave Batista can do in an MMA cage. What do you think he could do? Do you think he could be a force? Do you think he could give you a tough fight?
Well,
The best in the business, Big John McCarthy gets us going. Bobby Lashley and Mike Cook in this heavyweight battle. And right away, Lashley going for a guillotine.
He let it go. Oh,
Look at that. Look at this. Bobby Lashley coming out. That's it. That is all. Bobby Lashley.
And I remember, I think it was a couple years ago, you did an interview and somebody said, hey, you think you'll ever go back to MMA? And you're like, well, you know, maybe when my WWE time is up. I mean, it's been 3 years since you've been back. You're WWE champion now. Do you see yourself possibly getting into that again? Or do you think that the book is closed, or is it still open for you?
Whether I like to fight again, I would fight again. I have that hunger. I mean, my boxing coach has hit me up this morning, so we'll be boxing here in a little bit. And I did some strength and conditioning, so I'm in great shape. It was like one of those things where you don't have to fight, but it's like I still have that competitive edge, that competitive just will that I've had my entire life. I think one thing that I will be doing, I will compete in jiu-jitsu tournaments.
Okay.
Going forward. That's not as stressful on the body. And I've always wanted to do a bare knuckles fight. I talked to the bare knuckles owner, and we've talked a few times about possibly doing a fight, and I maybe have to bring that by Vince before doing it. But I stay ready so I can possibly do one of them. I think if I do MMA, it'll definitely have to be under the Bellator because I'm still contracted by Bellator. Bare knuckles, I don't know if I'd be able to do it based on my Bellator contract, but we have talked about it. And jiu-jitsu, I'll definitely do.
Pocket full of Benjamins, but they call me Bill. Slinging steel for the bill, kill for the bill. Had to sit for a little, they sent me out the hill. I'm roll running, trying to make it back to the crib. I got pieces, I got money in the stack.